Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Nuts About Cars. So some might say, you know what's a car guy to do once the winter comes? Besides preparing to put the cars away into hibernation for a few months. And the winters haven't really been as long as I remember them as a kid. So this year I put the Corvette away. I put the 84 Fiero away that just got painted. The Fiat, I put it away, but I'm keeping road insurance on them because we have nice days in the wintertime, and if I get the urge to drive them, I'm gonna go drive them. So I'm not, as long as there's no salt on the road, it's a dry morning like it is today. Of course, we're only in November. I'm gonna go ahead and take it out of storage and just take it for a little drive. But for the most part, they're gonna hibernate. I'm keeping the 86 Fiero at home. That one still needs a lot of work, but it's a driver, so I'm going to keep that one in the driveway and drive it around and just kind of tinker with it whenever the weather allows. I have my Volvo in the garage, so I don't have any room in the garage, and I'm not going to spend any more money on storing cars away. And so yeah, I'm keeping the 86 at home. 86 will stay at home, and that's the Fiero. And what I'm going to do is switch into winter mode. So some might say, well, what's winter mode? Well, when it comes to us car collectors, or at least when it comes to me, I don't want to speak for everybody out there. Everybody does it differently. Because I base my channel on deals and finding deals and budget deals, and that comes down to parts too. I start to scour the internet for parts deals. Yesterday I picked up, I didn't need one because I had already replaced I needed an EGR. So it kind of shows up in my feed now, but I already replaced the EGR in my car with a new one, and we replaced the one yesterday on my brother-in-law's Fiero because his was leaking, had a leaky EGR, and we replaced them, and they're about $30 brand new online. Well, there was a guy who had a brand new one, and I reached out to him like a month ago or maybe 2 months ago, and he couldn't find it. He was selling it for like $20. And I'm like, well, okay, I mean, it's brand new, it's a good deal, but he couldn't find it. And lo and behold, he just messaged me yesterday that he found it. So I went up and I purchased it for $20. And in fact, you can't even get them for $30 anymore. They're in most places anywhere between $45 and $65. You can get a brand new standard motor product EGR valve for a V6 Pontiac Fiero. So I figured I don't need it, but you know what? I'm going to put it on the shelf. These aftermarket parts, sometimes you get good ones, sometimes you get bad ones. So $20, it's not a big deal. I'm driving up to Milwaukee to pick it up, and I'll just put it on the shelf for a rainy day. I also, as I was going through the I was on Marketplace. As I was going through Marketplace, I saw that there was a guy selling an air cleaner assembly for a 4-cylinder Pontiac Fiero. Now the price, I had seen it before, but the price, I don't really need one. The one on my 84 it's old and rusty and needs to be sanded and painted. And I think he was asking like $45. Then I remember seeing the price drop down to $35. And now I think he had it at $25. I offered him $20 for the whole air cleaner assembly with the lid, and he accepted it. So I'm heading up to Brookfield to pick up this air cleaner assembly. It looks nice. It's got the original Vortex sticker on the snorkel. It looks like it's in good shape. I couldn't tell from the pictures if it was repainted or not, but I can tell you one thing: it looks better than the one I got. And for $20. I mean, how can you go wrong? It's a OEM part. And so I'm going up to pick that up. So I'm constantly looking for deals. And I just kind of think people are putting their cars away, or people are selling their cars. You know, they're getting rid of them before the winter. We really get into the heart of the winter months, and the snow and the cold. You know, people have extra parts, or parts, any kind of parts. They tend to start getting rid of them at about this time of the year. So I figured now's the time to start scouring looking for good deals. I mean, obviously, if money's not a problem, you can buy this stuff year round. There's plenty of resources out there where you can get brand new remanufactured parts. But if you're like me, always looking for something that you can save a buck on, I'm going to snag it up. Last week, I got, for my 84, a little harder to find, and they tend to be a little bit more expensive. The seat cover, the actual factory seat cover, with the holes in the headrest for the speakers, because the 84 has the radio speakers in the headrest of the seat. And I had replaced the seats, but it's always, I've put in good used, and the good used still had some flaws. There was a guy up in Pewaukee that was selling the seat cover for $40, and I had gotten the one for the passenger side. I think they're the same. And then he ended up having another one for the driver's side. So a couple weeks ago, or last week, actually it was last week, I drove up to Pewaukee and picked up a couple of brand new OEM, still in the plastic seat covers. I think I paid $40 each for them. I just got to find somebody to install them, because I think there's probably a way to actually put them on and make them look nice. 'Cause I could probably do it, but it'll probably look like I did it, and I want it to look like factory. So yeah, I mean, $80 for like basically brand new seats. And my seat bottoms, I think, are okay, but hey, I need 4 pieces. I got the 2 seat backs, which is on the Fiero, where you slide in and out. That bolster is the one that always gets worn out and ripped. So I got brand new factory cloth for my Fiero seats. So next spring, hopefully I'll have them installed, and that'll be ready to go. But yeah, I can tell you right now, if I would have bought that from anybody else in the middle of summer, easily would have been probably a couple $100 each. You know, and then not even think about the labor. But now I don't mind spending a little bit on labor to get it done, because I spent so little on the material itself. So what else I got going on? I got the Mini Cooper at home too. I got to get that window figured out on my Mini Cooper. So as I shared with you guys last year, the Mini Cooper driver's window failed, but it's not the motor, because the motor will occasionally show signs that it's healthy. I'm thinking it's that body control module, or on the Mini they call it an FRM. I got to try a couple of things. If that doesn't work, I'm gonna have to pull the FRM out, send it out to this place out in Pennsylvania, and they will reprogram it and send it back. And I guess what happens to these, if your battery goes dead or you try jumping it could damage the FRM. Well, that's exactly the situation I was in. I had a dead battery on the Mini Cooper. I jumped it with one of those jump boxes. Wasn't having much success because the battery was bone dead. I should have just got the normal charger out, but I was using those stupid jump boxes, which I'm starting to hate more and more every day. And I think I must have corrupted the FRM in the car. I'm going to try one more thing this week. I'm going to unplug the battery and just kind of do a whole electronic reset on it and put it back together. And if that doesn't show signs of life, then I think I got no choice but to pull that FRM out. I just wish there was a way I could test it to be sure that that's what I need to do. So, anyways, yeah, that's what I'm going to do to occupy my winter time off time is scour the marketplace for cheap parts, stuff that I could use. Probably not going to buy too many parts that I don't need, but if it's something that will allow me to upgrade, make the car better, any of my cars better, then I will definitely do that. Another thing too, I think I'm losing the Optispark in the Corvette again, so I think I'm going to have to save up and get the online, because sometimes I don't want to be the guy that just spends more money because you're supposed to get better parts if you spend more money, and we all know that that's not true. So I'm just going to have to get it diagnosed. I replaced the fuel pump because I figured it was time to get the fuel pump replaced. But what happens is at under load, over 3,000 RPMs, under load, if I'm accelerating hard, it craps out. The engine just kind of like starts to misfire at like 3,200 RPM. So everything I've been reading kind of points to the Optispark, but again, it's kind of biased. Everything seems like your car has a problem. It's always the Optispark, and maybe it's just as simple as I don't think I ever replaced the wires or the plugs on the car. So I think we're going to start with wires and plugs. I'll do that over the winter, and if that doesn't do the trick, then it's going to end up being the Optispark again, which is what I get for buying it. I basically bought a generic Optispark, so boo-hoo on me, right? And another thing I thought about is, do you have all your documentation on the car? I tell you, something that's a lot of fun is looking for old magazine ads that have the cars that you love in them. Like, I got a pretty thorough collection of 84 and 86 Pontiac Fiero magazine ads, magazine articles. You can find that stuff relatively cheap. Sometimes they kind of rake you over the coals for shipping on eBay. But every once in a while, you find somebody that'll, buy this magazine ad for like $4, and they'll charge you like $1 to ship it. The cost of a couple of stamps. So gathering documentation is a lot of fun. It's also a way to kind of stay engaged with your car during those cold, snowy winter short winter days. So I do a lot of that. And do you have the owner's manual for your car? Do you have all the paperwork that came with it? I mean, that stuff doesn't really mean a lot to me, but I'm not a purist. But I like having the original owner's manual, or maybe not the original, but the owner's manual that belongs in the car. Like right now, I'm looking for one for my 1980 Fiat. The guy was looking for one as well. The guy that I bought the Fiat from, but he couldn't find an 80, so he got an 81. So I got an owner's manual for an 81 in my 80 Fiat. Kind of drives me nuts. So I definitely want to get that taken care of this winter. I'll start kind of digging around for a 1980 Fiat Spider 124 owner's manual. Does it really matter? No, it doesn't. You don't drive an owner's manual. But it's kind of nice to be able to throw it in the glove box and just all together. I also I got a couple of not a consumer report, but I got a book that is completely dedicated to that first generation Fiat Spider from 1964 to 1984 or whatever, the 20 years that they made that car, the 18 years that they manufactured that car. And the book just kind of goes through with photos. It's a lot like that Pontiac Fiero enthusiast guide that I have. It's got everything in it that you ever need to know about the Fiat. What options came on what year, what it would look like, all the different iterations of the different components that they used. I have no idea where I'm going here. Yeah. Well, wherever I'm going, it's going to be another 2 miles before something's going to change. So yeah, I mean that's kind of what we do, and I know that this year I feel like I started preparing for winter a little bit earlier, but because I'm moving a little bit slower because of this darn hip of mine and my lower back, I figured, you know what, I'm gonna set everything up early, but the cars are ready to go. Like if I have a nice day and I feel like taking the Fiat out, I'll just go up to where I have the Fiat parked, put this car in storage, and take my car out for the day, and drive it around. So I'm kind of looking forward to those nice, cool, cold winter days. But why not take out the old cars in the wintertime? So like I said, as long as it's dry out and it's not snowing and there's no wet salt on the road, because I got a feeling I got salt on that Fiat. There's not going to be much left of it in a very short time. So I'll be there, pick up the thing in about 20 minutes. I'll show you guys what I got when I get back in the car. Thank you very much. For you, it won't be 20 minutes. It'll just be like a half a second. Like the next frame, you'll see my stuff. All right, folks, I got it. There we go. It's a little rougher than what I saw in the pictures, but I kind of was expecting it. I think he did say that it was painted at one time, but this thing is solid. There's like no rust on it at all. It weighs like, Jesus, this thing must weigh like 20 pounds. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, I think a good sandblast job. But anyways, 20 bucks. Brand new air cleaner assembly, and it's the one for the Fiero, not just an Iron Duke. It's the one for the Fiero. So yeah, actually makes me really happy here. I think that was a good buy, because the one that I had this is better than the one I got. So I still got to clean it up, but while that one's on the car, I can actually work on this one. And actually, I need a reason to do my. Can I turn on red? Don't turn on red. I need a reason to put together my sandblaster, anyways. So this is probably the perfect thing to break in my sandblaster with. And in the meantime, I can find all the air cleaner pieces, the plastic tubes and stuff that have to get inserted on it. So yeah, there you go, 20 bucks. I mean, look at this thing. I mean, it is a big chunk of metal. I like it a lot. Some really thick paint on there too. It's like, what the heck did they paint it with? Stupid stuff like that excites me, so you kind of know that I'm just a freak. Appreciate you watching the channel today. Please send me ideas, send me photos of your rides. I'd love to share them on my videos. And if you send it to me, just make sure you understand that I will share it on the video. Don't send it to me if you don't want me to share it. So, thank you. Have a wonderful day.